25th once again to everybody out there who checks out my videos, and you tell and you put everybody put other people onto my videos and have them check me out. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Today I do want to respond to the basketball world, in which we have a lot of respected sportscasters and basketball buffs and aficionados who are lowballing the stock of one Kawhi Leonard of the National Basketball Association, also known as the NBA. It's not really surprising, but it is very telling into how people think from an emotional hyphen intellectual standpoint. You know, how people's emotions get entangled with their intelligence, and how one reaction or one action causes another reaction in those regards. It's very telling. The idea that Kawhi Leonard could be underestimated and could be lowballed or not carrying enough stock in the minds and in the eyes of people who, let's see, watch basketball, people who say they love basketball, people who cover and write about basketball, people who report on basketball. That's four. And people who just live, breathe, talk, drink, eat, the other word, and sleep basketball. The fact that they could be sleeping this badly on one Kawhi Leonard who, by all intents and purposes, by everything that an objective eye could be gathering in and seeing for itself, that he is indeed the best player in the NBA. The fact that we have all these people out here in, you know, the country, you know, in this, you know, realm that we live in, the sports realm, particularly talking about these NBA buffs and sportscasters and personalities. The fact that people are so under the bus when it comes to Kawhi Leonard it's flagrant. I mean, it's flagrant. It's really bad. I mean, he is the best all-around player in the league because his game has no weaknesses. It's not hard to see. Kawhi Leonard game has no weaknesses. I had to repeat it. I want to make sure people understand this right here. As a person that watches basketball for over 30 years, and I've seen a whole bunch of basketball, I've played basketball, you know, organized basketball, street basketball, video game basketball, watch the NBA. As a person who knows basketball so much and what it's about, I can honestly tell you I have not seen many players better than Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is one of the top 10 players that I've ever seen play basketball, professionally or on the streets or in college, anywhere you want to play. Top 10. The fact that he's being lowballed in the public and on the public stage like this by these so-called basketball buffs is flagrant, and it's absurd. It's just absurd. Kawhi Leonard runs the NBA. And at this point in the National Basketball Association, every title that you talk about has to first start, by my judgment and by my eye, with one Kawhi Leonard. And then. That's the new pecking order now in the NBA. You start with Kawhi Leonard, and then you go, and then you go, and then you go. So wherever Kawhi Leonard's at, wherever he has a jersey on at, or wherever court he's playing basketball at or on, wherever city he's in for his home games, that's where your money needs to be at. Because Kawhi Leonard, he's the best player in the National Basketball Association. Best player in the league. And like I said, the man game does not have weaknesses. He is a very talented basketball player at this present time. And his game has ascended tremendously in that phase. He can shoot the 15-footer. He can take it to the rim. He can draw contact. He can get fouled. He can make the free throw shots. He can shoot the three. He can pass the ball. He can play defense. Not just good defense, but great defense. He's clutch. Kawhi Leonard is the best player in the NBA at this point in time. And it should not be doubted. And it should be respected. I'm telling you now, you can respect it now, or you can respect it later as he keeps on winning championships. Because that's what's going to happen. This is not Kawhi Leonard's last championship. There are more in store so long as he remains healthy. He's the best player in the league. He has no weaknesses. You look at a player like LeBron James, one more year on this belt, 34 years old, on the downswing. You look at a player like Anthony Davis, still hasn't proven that he can go an entire season without being injured. You look at a player like Giannis, who just won the MVP. Congratulations to Giannis Antetokounmpo. But still has holes in his game. You look at a player like James Harden, who has holes in his defensive game. and some issues about crunch time or clutch in the playoffs. And you look at Kawhi Leonard. We're not even talking about Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant had to go sit in Steph Curry's lap in order to get a championship ring on his finger. Had to go sit in the best shooter of all time's lap, who just defeated him in the playoffs, coming back from 3-1 deficit. Had to go sit in his lap to collect a ring on his finger. We're not talking about Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard is the truth. Kawhi Leonard is the man. Kawhi Leonard is the one to be reckoned with in 2020. Kawhi Leonard runs the NBA in 2020. If you're talking about a championship ring in 2020, like I say, there's a pecking order. And I think you know what pecking order I mentioned.